So today I would like to talk about some of my obsession beside ASMR, of course. And so let's start. My first obsession is Queer as Folk, which is my favorite TV show ever. It's about the LGBT community, and it was the first TV series that ever have spoken about some topic in this way, in a very strong, powerful and realistic way. So I am sure that we wouldn't have the same LGBT representation in TV show and television in general if it wasn't for this series. So I really recommend it to you. There is also a UK version who came before this one, but it's more like a pilot. This one has 5 seasons, and you can buy all the seasons, the boxes, on Amazon. So please don't watch it online, because it's always better to buy the original ones, and the songs for copyright reasons were changed in the line versions that you can find. So I strongly recommend you to buy the seasons on Amazon. Here's the main characters. It's Michael, Brian, Justin, Lindsay, Hamed, Debbie, Ted, and Melanie. But there are other very amazing characters that you will find in all the 5 seasons of Queer as Folk. I'm completely obsessed by this series, and Brian and Justin has like the most amazing relationship that I ever seen on television. This show was a real revolution, I'm not joking. And of course it's not suitable, it's suitable only for a person of 18 years and over, because it contains strong sex and sexual references, because it's really realistic and it's really real, it's really powerful. So Queer as Folk, USA. Okay, then I used to buy a lot of Japanese manga, and now I'm not doing it too much because I find it difficult to find something like the old mangas. For example, I want to show you some of my favorites. Okay, Nana, it's one of my favorite ever. This is it's not really part of the collection, but it's an extra volume for fans. If you don't know what Nana is, you can start watching the anime on Netflix. It talks about these 2 different girls that share the same name, and they are so different, but their lives connected, and they started this amazing friendship it's a story about love, friendship, music, and also it's a really stylish fashion kind of manga, because Ayazawa, which is the mangaka who wrote it, I don't know if you can see it, Ayazawa, she wrote other stuff like Paradise Kiss, I don't know if you know it, but she really loved drawing dresses and clothes, so you can see all the characters every time they have different clothes on, which is something that sometimes you can't find in mangas, since the most of the time I think they have always the same outfit. Not always, but I think the most famous one like Naruto or Dragon Ball, they always have the same outfit on almost. But in Nana you can find a lot of different outfits, and I think this is really a plus for this manga. Got my first manga ever, the first manga that I ever read, which is Dragon Ball. This is the third volume, which I'm actually rereading right now. I think you know the story. Dragon Ball, it's like the king of all manga, and I like especially the irony that comes from it. This is a really funny manga to read, and it's so underestimated on this side, because you may think that it's all about fighting and creatures and aliens and super saiyans, but it's that, but also it's really funny, and it really teach some strong values about what's right, what's wrong, about love and friendship as well. And this is not something for children. This is something that every adult person can enjoy. So I'm a really big fan of Dragon Ball, because I've grown up with this, reading this, and every year I reread the collections. Here, the manga that I consider my favorite, because I lost years over it, and it's called Black Lagoon, and I think you can find the anime on Netflix as well. She it's like really hot. I also have an action figure of her, and this is a really dark manga, which a little bit different from anything else, and it's really violent, but there are some deep scenes and deep topic, and the thing that I love the most is how every character on Black Lagoon has, its own personality. There is no character who just pass by and you say, okay, that was just a secondary character, because everyone that you see in this manga is special and has a story, and I think it's genius. I'm sad because it was never finished, and I was completely obsessed about Ravi and Rock. and I always wanted them to kiss, but they never did. And then of course there is the manga, which is the manga that even who doesn't like manga loves, which is Death Note. I don't know how to explain how a masterpiece is this manga. I don't know if you know what it talks about, but again, you can find the anime on Netflix. I think this is almost like not a Bible, but it has similar topics. Just to sum up, we talk about this guy like Yagami who finds this Death Note, and in which if you write down a name of a person, this person dies, and you can actually decide the time of their death and how they're going to die. But it's so much more than this, because it then explores the evilness of the human being, and how much it's right and if it's right to kill somebody for the peace of humanity, you know. So I think it's really difficult to explain, but if you see the first episode or if you read the first chapter, you can't go back and you'll read it or watch it all in one day. So just believe me and buy it. Okay, now I'm talking about one of my super obsession, which is I talked about this in another video, but this archive of our own, even called A03. Sorry, you couldn't see it. This is fiction's website. If you don't know what a fanfiction is, I think it should appear here a link where you can find my video, and I'll put it on the description as well. And so I am obsessed with fanfiction, and especially Arthur Eames from Inception and Draco and Harry from Harry Potter fanfiction. So you can say that I'm also a big Harry Potter fan as well, but who isn't? And more peculiar, I'm also a big Inception by Christopher Nolan fan as well. And so you can always find me reading some long fanfiction about one of these two couple, and I find that some writers on the internet are amazing and can write these heartbreaking stories that I think they should be published. So if you have got some characters that in some TV show, books or whatever that you really like to be together, but that didn't happen in the TV show, go on Archive of Our Own, and I assure you, you will find that ship that you like together, and you can find an amazing story, and you forget about the fact that that's not canon. Okay, so fanfictions is one of my obsession. Then I don't know if I ever talked about this in some of my video, maybe in the movie theater role play, but I'm a big fan of Hitchcock. I've seen all Hitchcock movies, even the old ones, and this is actually my favorite Hitchcock movie, that in English it's Rope. This is James Stewart. This is an old VHS, I think it's in English. I also wrote my university thesis on Hitchcock, and big fan. If you want me to talk about Hitchcock in a video, I can do that. I love everything about it, the way he directs a movie, the fact that he made something popular, really pop for the people, that everybody can like, but it's quality. And it's not so easy doing something that everybody can appreciate, that everybody loves, and that it's quality, like high quality. And that was his genius. And that's the last obsession, and I need to play some friends in this, or we'll go crazy. The Hunger Games. I can even start talking about this, how much it fits with my personality. This is a book that everybody should read, and it's a lot more than a book. This is revolution, this is politics, this is so contemporary that everybody should read it. And if you have seen the movie, that's okay, but if you have got time, please buy the book as well. There are 3 books, so there are 4 movies, but the books are 3. There is the Hunger Games, then there is Catching Fires, then there is The Mockingjay, which is actually my favorite because it explains more about all the dynamics, internal dynamics. Same thing with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is my favorite book because you can understand more about everything that was going on. So the same with this one. And here the part where I need some friends. I still haven't finished yet, but I bought The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the prequel of the Hunger Games books, and this is mind-blowing. This is not the sequel, the prequel, sorry, not the prequel that I was expecting, but this is the one I needed. This is talk about president. I mean, it's not president, it's just a boy. in this one, but it's about President Snow and his childhood, and it's when he's a teenager and he is a mentor or one of the tributes of the 10th Hunger Games. And the Hunger Games that time were really different from the one we knew. They just simply put the district tributes in an arena like the Gladiator or something, and they didn't have all the television show that we see in the Hunger Games movie. So I think this is really interesting, especially if you're a Hunger Games fan. And I am screaming because there is a character called Lucy Gray, which I really want to cosplay, and she's amazing. I don't know anybody which is fan who is fan of the Hunger Games, so if you are reading this book, please contact me and let me know everything. I didn't finish yet, no spoiler, but I'm loving it, and I hope they will make a movie. So, as usually, please subscribe and let me know in the comments your impressions, and have a good day or have a good night.